Good morning, adventurers. This is Optimus Prime, your captain speaking. I'm just making my way down the south coast to meet up with Lorraine down at Mount Kembla. And whenever I get the opportunity, I always stop in to the magnificent Sublime Point lookout. This by far is my favourite lookout of all time. It just doesn't get better than this. If you're heading down the south coast on the Princess Highway, the F6, look out for the sign, Sublime Point lookout exit. Take a small detour. Come and admire this view. Feel like you're on the edge of the world. I'm the only one up here today. It's a brisk 13 degrees. I've got some time to kill. Meeting Lorraine around about 9:30, so she gets to sleep in, and I was up at 5 AM to beat the Sydney traffic. I don't think you'll be able to see too much down that way. The sun, the glare on the ocean there is pretty bad. So Lawrence Hargrave Drive down there. Probably head home that way. I love going home through the bends. And the smoke is just starting to billow out from BHP down there at Port Kembla. Right in the distance. All the cockatoos just taken off from the trees down there. You can hear them. I don't know if that's coming through the camera. What a gorgeous morning after the rain that we had early on in the week. I was a bit worried. I was looking at the forecast every day, hoping that today would be sunny, and she's delivered. I've just noted upon exiting, this is the newer Sublime Point lookout sign here. That's been around for a number of years now, but this is a sign that I remember, and slowly but surely it's getting overgrown by the plants and the trees, so I thought I'd capture that just in case. How deep is it through here? Oh, it's very deep. I don't think I can get up in there. Gully Pass Scenic Reserve, Sublime Point. I've just fallen down a big ditch. Sublime Point something area. I can't really read it. Maybe if I get home and have a look on the footage, I'll be able to read that little bit. But I can't even get up through there. There's some concrete footings there as well. But you can see the trees growing all around it. So a lot of people would miss that sign, but I think that's the sign I remember coming here as a teenager when I first got my license. I don't remember the sign that's behind me. Interesting. I've just walked around to the other side here and I've got a better look at it. So I've got the car parked just on the old Princess Highway here. You can see the signs over there saying Sydney Wollongong, Darks Forest, Helensburgh. Gully Pass Scenic Reserve, Sublime Point Picnic Area. And again, it's a whole bunch of small print on the bottom, but I don't know if I can get in here. What does it say? How thick it is through here. I was hoping to get dirty later on in the day. I'm going to get dirty before I even start. I think one bit says refreshments. What's the other bit say? I'm determined to find out what it says. I couldn't get up through the other side. Let's see this side. Meals. That's what it says. Meals, refreshments. Bulleye Pass, Scenic Reserve, Sublime Point Picnic Area, meals, refreshments. There you go. If you're cruising along the old Princess Highway, keep a lookout for this sign. But no doubt one day we'll probably get swallowed up with the trees unless we get some regeneration work happening around here to clean all this away. Just arrived at the meeting point here at the beautiful Mount Kembla Hotel. 1898. When we did the Mount Kembla Colliery with Mavericks and Julie back in 2019, after we completed that explore, we came here and had lunch. It is one of the most coziest little pubs I've ever been to. Great food also. You can sit out the back. It's so peaceful. I can hear the roosters crowing in the distance. I've just got to wait for the rain now. You can head down that driveway over there as well. Looks like it's closed. Might be open when we're finished up on the day. Alright, Lorraine's just turned up. And we're going to go to a location where we're going to park the cars and then we're going to walk in. So we're not going to film how to get into this joint because it's very sensitive from what Lorraine tells me. A lot of the locals. Oh, okay, so here's the cemetery here where a lot of them are buried. So we're going to have a browse in there afterwards. We're going to actually walk where the disaster happened first and foremost. Lorraine's decided to have a bit of a relaxing sip on her, what is it? Caramel frappe. Caramel frappe.
Yeah, it's my treat before bushwalking.
Treat before the bushwalk, and we've come across a sign here that says a timber yard. You are standing on the former Mount Kembla timber yard within Illawarra Escarpment State Conservation Area. Mount Kembla Coal and Oil was established in 1878 to work Kembla coal seams with primary shareholder Ebenezer Vicery. In 1901, out of 89 coal mines, Kembla Colliery was the 5th largest in New South Wales. Wow. Timber was felled by hand saw from the Kembla area. The timber yard's function was to store this timber cut as pit props to support mining tunnels underground. It was then transported underground via skips on an incline rail line system. The colliery opened on the 27th of February 1883 and closed 18th of September 1970, 1 year before I was born. So where was it? Down there? The timber yard. Oh, the timber yard's not here. Oh, here.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So this.
That flat area down there, with some foundations.
Yeah.
I think that's from the modern build.
Yeah.
Before they came down here in the 70s.
Yeah. Someone's been playing guitar here. Guitar. And we've got an old shoe. That's a heavy guitar. Ukulele. I think it's filled with dirt. What are we looking at? 1800 shoe?
But I don't know, and if it is, no, it's not.
Does it say?
And I'm glad that it's not, because
You can't touch
whatever
it.
relic is there, it
Yeah.
needs to stay exactly where it is.
Exactly. You reckon someone's brought it up from wherever it is?
Oh, I don't think it's
Yeah,
a relic.
All right, we'll leave it here.
Yeah.
All right. Let's rock and roll. After walking for about 10 minutes solidly in the bush, we have come across a boom gate with some heavy chainage. And here it does say no parking in front of gate at any time. Gates must be locked when unattended. The Mount Kembla mine site. So this is where the devastation happened 120 years ago this year, Lorraine. 19... Yeah, it was 1902 I think it happened, but do you know what the month was when it happened? No. Because I did read somewhere where the weekend after July 31st they commemorate the mine disaster somewhere. I think there's like a, not a festival, but a...
Yeah, they have a memorial
at the cemeteries?
No.
At Kembla, yeah. So the weekend...
Sometimes they set up at Windy Valley too.
Oh, do they?
That's the protection sign there that says you can cop up to $1 million fine for...
Oh, this one here. The remains of an archaeological site lie in the vicinity of this sign. Relics from this archaeological site are protected under the Heritage Act 1977. I can only imagine how many relics were taken before 77. It is an offence to interfere with or remove relics from an archaeological site. Large fines of up to $1 million or terms of imprisonment apply for any interference to or disturbance of a relic. Wollongong Heritage Council.
And I actually concur.
Absolutely.
You'll see that it's a lot of stuff's just left where it was.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
exactly.
Has been such a place of trauma for the local people that it's very hard for them to even conceive taking anything from here.
Well, it's exactly like a shipwreck. You're not allowed to bring up a shipwreck. You know, like when, like that submarine that's sitting, I think, off Whale Beach there, that from the World War II, the little midget submarine. That's a war grave now. You can't go and, you know, exhume the bodies, you know, the skeletons from there. It's just, it's there. So whatever happened in the past, no one's really allowed to touch things like that. So.
What's in the middle where your feet are?
Okay, so these are all the
bright things.
They're the stingers.
Yep.
Okay.
Like tomato plants. They're not. They're got.
Okay. Well, I've had plenty of these in the past. I think I'm immune to them. So. But then again, maybe they'll come up with a vaccine.
It won't work.
I'm glad you said that. Absolutely, it won't work.
3 vaccines still got the COVID.
Exactly right. Now, was this the original boom gate?
Probably from the 70s build.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Not from the disaster.
No, this is an old boom gate.
There's been 3 rebuilds at this site.
So we got tar below us? We do. We got a little bit of tar. A little bit of tar asphalt, yeah. So we've got a few signs down there. How quiet. When I was parked outside the Mount Kembla pub there, it was so peaceful, and even now you can hear, is that the mine in the distance?
There's a possibility that's the...
Sounds like a generator or something.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got a few sheds down here, Lorraine. What are the sheds all about?
Well, straight ahead of you is the pit training site.
Oh, here we go, the pit track. Get a picture of that. Ahead
so this was the
of
road
you.
to Mount Kembla.
Oh, was it? Hang on there for a sec.
This is the road. And
Down
that's
there?
where the Batchies huts were.
Where,
so
here?
we'll come back. Yeah, we'll come back. We'll loop back to this.
Yeah, we'll come here.
But where the Batchies huts were, where the bachelor men lived.
Oh, wow. So I didn't have far to travel down to the mines. Hang on, let me just read this. Ahead of you was the former pit track where lead miners on, what's that, on what? On their daily track to and from the coal face. This track would have many a story to tell. Even bachelor huts pictured were located along this track. They were for single miners and comprised of 1 to 2 rooms with dirt or concrete floor, corrugated iron walls and roof with hessian, bare essential furnishings and small front veranda. Enjoyed playing Can't read that little bit. Something enjoyed playing along this track which linked Kembla Heights village to the colliery. Probably children. Children enjoyed playing along this track. And that's what the little miners' huts look like. Wow. This is history, eh? Yeah, like you said, you never hear about this. They want to keep this secluded, huh?
That's good.
Yeah. Here's a bench seat probably from many a year ago. This reminds me of that one up at Fitzroy Falls on the old abandoned track, where if you look down where the ladder once used to be off the rock face there's an old bench like this that just lays dormant, doing nothing, with moss growing all over it. Are we going down or on the upper track? Are we going down? Unstable cliff edge. Steep slope, do not go beyond this point. Do not climb rock ledges or cliffs. Oh, we've got some history here. So this is all closed off, is it? So that's the pit pony stables in there? If it wasn't bad enough for the men and boys back in the day, can you only imagine the workings of a pony? What a life they would have had, going down and working all day long, coming out. I suppose they got used to it. That's what they knew. They were probably bred for it. No entry. Unstable and hidden mine entrances. Unstable edges. Okay, we've got some pictures down here that the locals have probably put up. Do not enter. Actually, I bought my flashlight, so...
Take the camera over there.
Where?
It's okay in there, like up to the grill.
Yeah, well, can you just tighten that cap there? Just,
Untighten?
no, tighten. Yeah. Keep on tighten. That's
Okay.
it, perfect, okay. We've got the magnificent Ace Beam X80. This will light up everything in here. Ready for this? Okay. There you go. The Pit Pony Stables. Look at that old staircase going up to the second level. Some stories could be told in here. We're walking among spirits, both of horses and humans. It would be great to actually walk through here, but it says up there, this area is under surveillance. Whether or not that is true, I have no idea, but we won't risk it today. The majority of Sydney, probably Australia, have never heard about this disaster or know about these sheds. Perspex, probably the original windows have been smashed. I'll go down here and see what's here before I link up with Lorraine. Stingers! Ooh. That's a steep incline. With all the rain that we've had, I'd say to be very loose underfoot. Some sort of concrete structure there. It would have been up here. Oh, it looks like a fence line. Alright, looks like a fence line. That would have come up. Geez, I must have housed some ponies. There's some water down here. I love the sound of running water. What's under here? So I've got the X80 connected to my phone. Oh, I can see a little bird on the other side flying underneath. So there's not a lot of graffiti around, so this is pretty well hidden from prying eyes and vandals that damage shit. Look at that. There's been some damage down through there. Look at the collapse here. A number of trees have come down here. Can we head along here or not? As long as we don't have any of those spikes. That'd be sweet. There's a bit of a gap here. Whoa! Not good, not good. Little wrens, that's what they are. You can hear them all over the place. Little blue and splendid wrens. What have we got here? Oh, there's the pit pony. I don't know if you can read that. I'll wait till I get home. My eyes are blurry at the best of times. Oh, there you are. I did a loop of the place. The working life of pit ponies. A coal miner's friend. Very small writing. You know those plants that you were telling me is going to give me itches? I've got it all over me. Stingers. I've got it all over me. They are stinging my
This one is a baby stinging tree. This one to your right.
That's a baby stinging tree.
That's a baby one.
Is that harsher than the other ones?
Very much.
So if I was to jump on that, I'd be in trouble. Good way to torture someone, actually. Strip them down and dump them on that. What do you reckon this was for? Toilet?
Yeah, the old one.
Yeah, I've done this. Yeah, this is a new, yeah, exactly right. Newer build, this one. No toilets left in here though. Plenty of toilet paper. One little bit of graffiti and that's it. Nothing else. Let's see the locks on here. That's an old lock. Oh, hey, Lorraine, come over here. Come and take a picture of these moss. That's going to come out awesome on the camera. Can you make your way in?
Yep.
You come on the other side of me here. Come in here. Maybe get on the, against the wall here on the door handle.
Oh, groovy.
Maybe go up in there. I remember Mav taking a picture of.
Oh my goodness,
And that
wow.
get one landscape as well. Get right up on them, see if you can get that their blue markings.
Yeah, I might have to.
Do you how do you want the light? Do you want it on top or down below?
I'll do straight at them. That's good.
Is that low?
That's good.
Okay. Love how they're fluttering.
Yeah, my goodness, wow.
There's one down the bottom there.
One down the bottom.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 of them.
Alright guys, we'll leave you alone.
When I come back and suss this place out with Mavericks and Jules, I'll see if they're still there. I'll see if this is their home. So let me just walk around this just to make sure. Okay, so we've got another wall down here. Probably a septic tank. Yeah, that's what it is. Right, you reckon there's a septic tank down here, Lorraine? It's sealed on top, I'd say it would be. And the sign. Which way are we heading? Straight down here. Okay. Okay. Lead the way. Past the baby plant. The baby prickly plant. Just be careful, as I do not want to capture you on camera falling, because you can never live that down. Because there is an instance where I fell in 2017 sneaking into Wanji, but in my defence, on that particular day I was wearing for the first time these sandals that I had bought, meant to be waterproof, from eBay, and I just went. Couldn't see me fall because I was holding the camera. But ever since then I've worn thongs and I've been quite lucky and a little bit skilled not to fall. You get used to it after all these years. Oh, she's slippery here. Very slippery here.
So this is all just washed out.
Yeah, I know. I noticed on the
Used to come
from over there. I noticed on the other side of the stables there, down the creek, there's a lot of uprooted trees. There's an old pipe, terracotta pipe.
several landslides over there.
Yeah. So from how far from here is where there's relics on the ground and stuff like that? Oh, we just see. Okay, so it's all from here. So where was the explosion exactly?
Just over there, maybe 50 meters.
Okay. And is there still a portal or something that's sealed?
Yeah.
There is. Well, and you reckon everybody was recovered bar one? So one person remains, and you reckon that's the one that haunts the pub?
That's
Oh, that's just legend.
I mean, people have talked about having experiences at the pub.
Yeah.
Possibly with the young fella.
Yeah. So in 1902, a roof collapsed in this mine, stirring up dust, which ignited. They used to use open flames to light up their way back in the day, and when the dust reached that open flame, it caused a number of explosions. But a lot of the people didn't die of those first initial explosions. It was because of the carbon monoxide that was, that was filtering through the mine. And there's a fantastic website where someone has gone to the trouble. It's like an obituary listing of all the people that passed away, and I was just browsing through it. I'll have a read more about it tonight. And there's this one guy that left 7 children behind. I'll probably find more with more kids, but the one that I did come across that left 7 children behind. That's what? I know, look how different this looks now. There's a bridge there. We're heading over that bridge?
Yes, we're going that way. So I'm just taking that in.
There's that beautiful bird, the eastern whipbird. Look at the gully it's cut through. Can only imagine the water that used to gush all the way from up here. The rain that we've had this year's caused havoc through this
Never seen that.
mine disaster site. There is just crevices everywhere. It's so slippery. You have to grab onto branches, otherwise you just fall down this hill. What did you say this was over here, Lorraine?
Probably an air shaft, but we're going to pop back up there.
We're going up there after? Okay, no. And what do you reckon those concrete foundations are for?
Could have been like for a winch, or
Yeah, maybe.
yeah, because just over here, what I'm about to show you
Yeah.
is the top of the incline, like where they fed the coal down the mountain to
Oh wow.
where it got washed
Yeah.
down the mountain.
Which way? Straight down here?
So straight down, but you don't want to go too far.
Oh, I can see
But
something.
you will see.
Yeah. I can see remnants of...
I've missed it the first couple of times. It was only because I went exploring down the bottom.
Oh
of the
wow,
mountain,
look at that.
and I looked up.
You went exploring down the bottom here. How'd you get...
Yeah, I've been all over this mountain.
So what, did you walk down here?
Yes, I've done.
Look at this, that's some old...
Yeah, I've spent hours.
Yeah, you've got...
hours and hours,
You've got
days on this mountain.
corrugated iron down there.
So that's there, but this was the main run.
Yeah.
That ran down the chute.
Yeah, I see it.
To the walks down the bottom of the mountain.
Oh, okay.
The coal walks.
Yeah. That must be where that corrugated iron is.
If you're up for it, we can get down to that level down there.
Yeah.
But we'll go check out the portal and that first.
Yeah, let's go up the top
And we'll
first.
actually see the little coal carts and that were just strewn all over the mountain.
There's coal carts down there?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go look at the portal, because if we're going to die, we'll die last. Because if we die now, we won't get...
Some film first, make it worth it.
Yeah, we'll go get the portal first. And then if something happens...
You won't die. I've done it. Little Lorraine has done this, been on this mountain.
Lorraine did it when it wasn't as slippery. It's slippery today.
I still do it. No problem.
Yeah, I'll let you go first.
Careful about who I would take to do it.
I'll let you go first. You know why? I've got to go see Top Gun Maverick tomorrow. And I've got to go see Top Gun Maverick.
Okay.
I've got to be in fighting fit condition. I've booked seats. So I'm very excited to go with the car.
If you've got good seats, then
Yeah,
it doesn't really matter what condition you're in, you'll just get there, right?
that's true. Unless I pass away. Alright, so the portal. Even there's more stuff. So we're going all the way down there? There's a whole bunch of pictures.
Oh yeah. This whole mountain
Is littered with stuff.
Oh, stupidly I just walked past again. You were yarning away.
Yeah, sorry, I was going on about Top Gun.
Just going on. And on and on.
What are you going to show me?
Just a little bit too familiar, right? Where'd it go? Where's the shoe?
A
There'll
shoe?
be a lot more shoes though.
I'd say the rain has
can't
probably
find
washed
it.
it.
Oh, here we are.
Wow.
So this doesn't look like the super duper old ones. There's some super duper 100-year-old shoes around the joint.
Yeah.
Now we're not to touch it,
Yeah.
so we won't.
Do you want to grab a picture of that one?
And there's
That's a small one, huh? Maybe a boy's?
I don't know.
Possibly. Yeah, grab a
Nine,
picture of that one.
size 9 maybe?
So we're going to go back up the hill that we came down?
Just slightly.
Let's suss it. Oh, we got an old Tui's draft can from the 80s. Let's see the top. The top will tell us exactly when it's from. Okay, so that's from the Paul Hogan days from the 70s, 80s. That's the ones that you go...
So we're probably standing slap bang in the middle of a road that used to go through here.
Down that way? Yeah. So we're walking among spirits here. Definitely. People are trying to convey their messages to us.
They did kind of guys like kilometres underground.
Yeah, I know.
And ones that did escape came up out of air shafts kilometres
Oh, from where they...
from where we are right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's like a Gregory stone down here. A little bit like Cincinnati.
I can only imagine what it's like, what we're walking on. There's been a collapse in here. Does that go in any far or not? I'm not too sure if it does. That's a big collapse. And that door. And concrete footings all along here. Very unstable. Yeah. Where's the portal? Oh, the portal's down this way. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 96 men and boys never made it home out of the 200 odd that worked in the mine that day. Got some old brick walls here. That's what? Yeah, a lot of infrastructure. A lot of infrastructure. What do you reckon on it?
Have you seen photos of what it originally looked like?
No, there is some online, is there?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll have to I'll combine those pictures.
There's little buildings everywhere we're walking around right now. Buildings.
Well, if I can match them up, if you take plenty of pictures around here, because what I normally do, if I can find old footage, I'll match them up. Yeah. Because Mav's done a great job of that, where he's taken pictures, and I've found old pictures, and he's virtually, well, he's virtually standing in the same spot. There's one there at the Flint and Steel. What was that? Oh yeah, sticking out of the ground. I can see a whole bunch of things down here. I know to move, yeah. So that's not from the explosion. This is.
This is the explosion.
This is.
This whole area is the explosion.
Oh, this is the explosion site.
To the left here we had a big chimney stack that pretty much come down. This is all old now.
Yeah.
This is been left alone. You'll even see like this sandstone here is probably a foot step into a building, and you can see the original skip marks on this.
Yeah, yeah, on the rock there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you reckon the chimney stack was up here somewhere?
Oh yeah, it was.
Is there pictures of the old chimney stack? Look how the mountain's eroded. Hell's bells. It's like we're in the Amazon. Like there's just no other sound bar the birds. And it's like we've come across some old village that people were living in way back. Look at how everything's destroyed. It's just come down from the top there. Okay, so we're down near another retaining wall down here. Yeah, if you see any shoes or anything. What is it? The portal's down here.
It was imploded, but there's been so much erosion. If we can, we'll get down to the face of it, down the bottom there.
Yeah.
Let
me see this.
Up
Unfortunately, whoever.
Be careful around here.
Yeah.
Where the hole is.
Oh, down here. Wow.
So we're standing on top of the pool.
So this is the okay. So look at that.
It's been imploded but eroded.
Yeah. So it went down that way?
Well, the face is here. The face is down on this next level.
Oh, it's down there. Can we get down there?
Yes, we will.
Okay. So do you reckon the whole thing's collapsed in there? Like if you were to...
Yeah, so in the time I've been coming here, 7 years,
Yeah,
this was no hole when I first got here.
there was no hole here.
No,
Oh, okay.
it's just eroded
Yeah.
down.
Let me just head up here because there's I love this stuff that they've put all this.
Yeah.
Who do you reckon that is? That just the locals?
Yeah, it is.
But unfortunately, it's just all rotting away. Oh yeah, look at that. That's after the explosion, yeah? Yeah, that's after the explosion.
Oh yeah, it's exploded.
Yeah.
This was the entry way in. After the explosion, to try and make the site safe, they tried to fill it in, but the ocean from the
Ignition point, big roof fail, pushed methane gas to naked light. And with all the coal dust as well. And then the explosion killed some of the miners, but like we said, they choked most of them. This has been bent, and this one's got... Is that people there? Wow, you can only imagine. Unlike today where you would have ambulance, fire, police, rescue coming from every which way, back then there was nothing. It was just people helping people.
The mayor came up to help pull people out, and I think he perished.
And the mayor perished. I heard the 2 rescuers too perished as well. Yeah, hang on now, I'll just see what's up on... They laid the bodies? We're up here? So I'm standing on where dead bodies were. What is this? Oh, here we go, we've got shoes here.
Down on that level where the portal entry is,
Yeah.
I found saddlery, like
Wow.
harness from horse for training.
Yeah, hang on, let me read this. This is very interesting. The Death House. A scene of devastation, July 31st, 1902. There you go. That's why it's celebrated, or not celebrated, but that's why it's commemorated the weekend after the July 31st. Looking south, a temporary morgue was set up at the mine site's workshop. Friends and family queued outside waiting to identify the bodies of their loved ones. Some waited at the pit top for 60 hours waiting to see if their loved one was going to be brought out dead or injured. There's a spelling mistake there. And women waiting for any news of their loved ones outside the death house. Pinewood coffins outside the temporary morgue or the death house. So they're guessing what it might have been. Wow. I feel you guys. I feel your pain. Are we going to head down in front of the portal now? Okay. What are you standing on at the moment there? So the portal's on the other side of that. Rich. Okay. Yeah.
Because we know that within a couple of months, I think,
Mm.
I don't know, I guess people got to make money or something, but they put another portal in and they kept
Reopened on that.
mining. Yep.
You know what I found
not long after.
You know what I found fascinating is that they had an inquiry in 1903 on the cause of it, and they determined no one was to blame, and it was because of the open flame, and they continued to use open flames well into the 1940s. So they didn't even...
1940.
No, no. It happened in 1902, so another 40 years they continued using those open flames. So can you imagine how scared some of these
the
people...
men, like they were earning a pittance.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
Exactly.
and you needed more than one man's wage to run a household.
Yeah,
So that's why the boys from the families were going down into the mine,
yeah,
because Dad's wage didn't cut it.
yeah.
So even though the official age was 14,
Yeah, so they're probably younger.
you know that they were younger.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can't believe it. Normally these days, when something, you know, when they go to the coroner's court and they find, you know, the cause of death, they normally implement changes for that never to happen again.
Well,
But to think,
these disasters
yeah.
were the catalyst for the unions that we have now, and the
Oh,
men
okay.
back then were fighting to have unions.
Oh, okay. And they wouldn't allow it.
So conditions were appalling.
Yeah. Well, that
The
makes.
wages to run a household,
Yeah.
they weren't paid by the hour, they were paid by the lump of coal.
Really?
So the coal cart was brought out, and they counted the lumps of coal. You got paid depending on how many lumps and what the size was.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look how soft that is underfoot. I'm standing on some hole here. What is that? Pine cone. I've got leeches on me. It's leech heaven here. I can imagine. So down through here, Lorraine? Are we going to go that way to go on the front? All right, let's head down that way and we'll see what we can see on the front. So this is where Lorraine, she's more adventurous than I am. This is where Lorraine reckons that we need to head down to try to get in front of that portal. But she's spotted a chain that's, so tell me, it was tied around the tree for it to be embedded?
So it's some sort of chain, like for machinery.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like,
And there's a little bit further, there's some more around the other side.
oh, is there?
I think so,
Oh.
over here.
Okay. Oh, there is two.
Is there? So it would have been a smaller, like a thinner tree. And
would have had a gear mechanism going through that. It's like a bike chain.
oh, interesting. What did you see on the ground here?
Bike. Oh, just a bit of metal there. There were some big
How's that?
big metal nails previous visits, but not there now.
There's one link that still works. The rest is solid, rusted solid. One that still works. We've got tracks heading up and down here. Do you reckon there's stuff still around that you probably haven't discovered either?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Every single time I come here, and I've been here countless times.
Yeah, you found some.
Something new and different. Every time. Just having a look up here.
Yeah, I'll just go up a little bit further and then we'll try to get down that mountain.
Try and get down. There's 2 levels down there.
Oh, is there? Can we get down to where you said the miners' carts were from here? Or we have to.
I've been there several times, so.
Yeah, but can we get down from here, or do we have to go back to where we were?
I think we'll go back that way.
Where we were, okay. Yeah, see, something was here back in the day because it's all cleared. It's all very open. The secrets that this place must have. If we could only find someone to come up from the grave and walk around with us and fill us in. Can you imagine the language barrier? They would have spoken very differently. Some of the words that I use, you know, like joint, to make out, you know, that we're exploring a place, and I use a lot of Aussie slang. Absolutely would have been very Victorian. I use a lot of Ocker slang from the 70s when I grew up. Look at this tree.
So that was a way down, but it looks like we won't be able to go that way today because it's like all those little baby singing trees.
I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but look at, so what's that in the distance? What's that water?
In the distance, that looks like the body of water there is what they call a wara.
Like you're all in the distance.
Different aspect of the silver.
I don't think my camera will pick up that far. Look at the size of that trunk of this tree over here. That's majestic. It's seen some thing in its time.
That's all singing trees.
Down through there? Okay. Another rock collapse up there. You can see the root system of a tree just sitting there. The water's got nowhere to go but down the mountain.
We'll try and get down there. It's all dependent on the vegetation.
Yeah, now we'll get down where you said that little place to get down. I think we can get down through there. Look at that beautiful. Yeah, are they ferns or not?
Yeah, tree ferns.
They're tree ferns. So that's growing. Oh, okay, so it's like a trunk of a tree. I thought it was actually growing out of the other one.
Yeah, this is like a bit of a parasite, but they don't do that. So yeah, it's growing out of the ground.
Yeah, I'd love to come up here one day and just keep on walking and see where that takes us. But otherwise, this video footage today will go for 5 hours if I don't keep trying to keep it short. Look at the sun trying to poke through up there.
It's about the length of the beast that we can out.
Yeah.
So it's like if it's anything like simple. So we can't walk down that way, which I think is the original road down.
Down through here, you mean?
Yeah, see we've got nice big sweep, that was the road through there.
Yeah.
But these swinging trees we can't get through them.
Yeah, we'll go back down to where you said on the other
Some
side.
people get really quite.
That's a good tyre.
The swinging tree has all sorts of effects on people.
What are we looking at here? We are looking at 225 5015. That's some good tread on that tyre. If anyone needs a tyre that size, come down and get it. Recycle. That's where we have to go, all the way down there.
Yeah.
And I can see things sticking out of the ground. Now, I'm going to try to film.
I don't know if you want to see if we can get another way down.
No, I'll give it a bit of a crack. Then you can just go down.
Coming back up again
Will be hectic.
Got nothing to grab because we
Yeah, that's true. Very true. If I slip, I could do it, I reckon, bare feet, but yeah, getting back up might be a problem.
Getting back up, you've got to, like, your own weight. If there's nothing to grab onto, like tree roots.
Yeah. Do you reckon once
your body just keeps sliding you down. I've been stitched up here before.
Do you reckon once we get down there, what, do we head along that way?
We do.
Okay.
And there's two...
Well, that looks a lot flatter
yes,
there. Okay.
There's a level there.
Yeah.
And there's this level down here. There's
Okay.
two levels and they've both got a portal on them.
Alright, let's try just on the other side of this retaining wall over here and we'll see whether or not we can get down. Not retaining wall, what is it? The wall part of the portal on it. Yeah, here it looks a lot easier.
Okay. Yeah. As long as you've got something to pull yourself back up on.
I don't
On
know.
the way back up again. Like you can slide down
Yeah.
and not die.
Oh, I reckon I could get
Like
up.
if you get stuck down there and not get back up again. I've done it. So. Behind you, you've got some brickwork here. Is that brickwork?
Yeah, it's like sandstone. Oh, okay, so kids have been down here. There is, do you remember graffiti down here?
Yeah,
Okay. That's the first decent bit of graffiti that I've seen. We've got a pipe running. Oh, okay, it doesn't go anywhere. There's a pipe here. That's what? Leave your cans at home, I know. So this is the first tier level you reckon, and we've got to go down one more.
Yeah, it'd be good to get down onto that one too.
Yeah, I think we could get down through here, but we'll go in front of this first. You're right to get down? Yep. Okay, cool. I'm just going to walk over. Oh, here we go. We've got a car motor. Is it a car motor? I think so. There's the crank. Must have been a car here. Yeah. So this is the portal that's been sealed up here. Yeah. The concrete that the kids have graffitied on. We've got a hard hat here. Do you remember seeing a hard hat? I don't think that's from back in the day. Yeah, plastic wasn't around back in the... Okay, that's probably from there. So there's the... Yeah. Maybe we'd have to start nice and early to see all that. Another collapse here. Yeah, I thought it was the car motor. Look at the bent track. So this must be all part of the explosion. That looks like that it's just been exploded. There's more stuff in there. Got to be careful here because I don't know what's underneath. You might be able to walk down through there. Plenty of bricks down there. So there it is, the Mount Kembla mine portal that's been sealed up. Alright, we're making our way down to the next tier, and we've got a lot of debris down here, and we've got more graffiti. So here's a really good example of the wall. And this is old graffiti. You don't get to see those colours much anymore. The jungle is reclaiming a lot of stuff. Looks like a hole under there. Okay, this might be a little bit risky. What is this? Is this concrete or not? Yeah, this looks like it's concrete. So I can grip. I'm just got to be careful that there's no sharp objects like corrugated iron or anything sticking out. Because if there is, I'm going to amputate my foot. We've got some fibro down here. Here we go, got some wheel axles from a rail cart. We've got an axle here from a rail cart. Then you have corrugated iron. If you come down this way, the way I came down, then there's a path leading on this other, and you'll be walking on asphalt or tar, whatever it is. Here, it makes sense because, yeah. We've got like a little door here. Must have housed something back in the day. Doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, no, we'll definitely go down there. There's concrete foundations here, footings. I'll be interested to see these pics you speak of online. See, all this stuff that you see in the distance there, that's all I gather when this mine exploded, and this has just gone everywhere. So you reckon that wall there,
It's because of the build of it.
yeah, do you think that's happened from the explosion, or do you think it's happened from land slippage?
Oh, this was explosion.
Explosion, yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
That whole mountain blasted.
Yep,
And if we can get through over there,
yeah,
you'll start seeing some of the little parks over there, and it was over there that had the split.
okay,
See the coal was?
yeah.
And it just, the whole area was. But this to me looks like the original portal because of the bricks where it was spectacular.
I know. There's no coming down from up there either. If you wanted to come down that little gully, no chance. Yeah, there's that,
Oh, I don't know if you've missed the wheels.
yeah, that's the axle I was talking about. Little cart axle. So they're the carts you're talking about. So you reckon there's fully complete carts down there? Oh, okay. Many? Wow. Keen to see those.
Pretty much from this area all the way down the mountain.
Yeah.
And I think, from memory, between 2 and 3 o'clock in the arvo,
It happened.
was at a shift changeover, so there was a maximum amount of people on site.
Oh, wow. So this corrugated iron is not from the... Oh, yeah, would...
It is from the
It is, yeah, because this would have been that lined the roof.
And somewhere in this area, until in the tree,
Yeah.
I found a full harness, a training harness.
Oh.
So with training for in and everything. And we know that there's memorial for them.
Oh, there's a memorial for the ponies. The pit ponies. Fascinating stuff. Walking in and around the mine disaster. What'd you come across? Yeah, sticking through it, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen it. I know. Yeah, I know. And around the corner behind you there was another piece that was bent completely, again, from the explosion. This iron here looks like it's burnt too. So that wall must have come all the way along. I'm seeing trees here that I've never seen before in my life. That thing there, I've never seen anything like that before. It probably only grows here. Look at this. The vines have grown up whatever tree this is, and it's like a curtain. Ooh, come across a few bleachers now. Let's see, a gap down there to Mount Kembla. We've got another miner's shoe here. Must have just been taken off the dead bodies, unless they got blown off. tow has been completely worn out. Also a spray can. Lorraine's like a mountain cat. She's made her way through all these stinger plants and she's being able to get into places that I can't. Can you see the wall from there? Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's going to take some good pics, you getting in locations that Yep. Do you want to head down that way or go from the top the way we said? Okay. Yep. No, I agree with you there. Yeah, the last thing we want is the Westpac helicopter coming in to save us. Looks like a paint can in there. I'll ask Lorraine when she comes back out. What is it? What is it? I agree with her as well. I reckon that's the explosion right in there. Right up in there. Are you singing? Can you hear it? Yeah, there's live music playing. If you can get past that, if you can get past that next little bit there, then you'll find a whole bunch of corrugated iron, and you'll see a whole down there. Yeah, I know. There's stuff strewn everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
And you can only imagine how much more stuff is probably under those stingers.
oh, yeah, well, that wasn't there a couple of years ago. The stingers in Gully.
Yeah. Do you think it'll ever get to a stage where it's just completely covered by Mother Nature? No one's going to come up here and veget.
This is 120 years on.
Yeah,
Still that big.
I know. I'm standing on one right here. Try to take more landscape pics. Otherwise, when they play them on the TV, it's going to look really skinny.
I'm doing it wrong. I have to take them all
That way.
don't I?
Yeah,
Oh no.
yeah. It's gonna provide. They're good. They're good if you're
Luckily we're going back the same way.
Yeah, they're good if you're going to look through them on a telephone.
Sorry.
But when you look through them on a big TV screen,
No, that's right.
you're going to have two blank spots on either side of the image. So you can take some portrait. Portrait is the way you've been doing it, straight up and down. But you've got to do it landscape, which is side by side. And then it takes up the whole TV screen and you can actually see everything. So I'll come down where you are. I'm not sure if you can see Lorraine, but we're making our way through what I would classify as pretty heavy jungle. You can see some houses there in the distance. There she is through there.
Yeah, haven't spoken off the net.
I'm just scared that I'm just going to create a landslip for you. I've got to try to head up closer to this wall. I don't even know if I had a camera on my cap or something on my head, I think it'll get mashed up. I'm hitting so many things. There's another wall there. With my head, I've knocked my head or my hat a number of times. Oh, come on. Get up here. Success. Oh. Land slippage. was lucky. We're up. And the beauty about it is I managed to keep my camera and flashlight safe. Wow. We're back up. Where's the death? The death hut was down there. That was an effort. Let's see Lorraine make her way up. Be careful just on the top there, because although your shoes might be a little bit more grippy. To hold, yeah, no, that's why it's hard for me, because I'm filming, so I don't get to grab onto anything. So. Yeah, hold on.
Right, we're back up the top.
Back up the top. Let's see if we can head down that other mountain and see these rail carts. We're just trying to find the safest way down. There's a nice bit of rusty metal down there, Lorraine tells me, from an old cart, railway cart. That's not in very good condition and it's been covered over with soil. I think the way to head down though is down through here, because we have plenty of trees to grab onto and root systems. Coming up might be a different story. It is very slippery. Okay, she reckons that there's rail carts down there, so that's where we're heading to now. There's another look at... What do you think that was, all that wood foundation there?
Like to run off
And that, oh, that's right, it was going down to the creek down there.
well, that creek ran down the gully all the way down to the bottom of the mountain where the coal wash was.
Ah, coal wash, that's it. The coal wash. Are you right? Yep. Okay, it looks pretty okay down through here. I'm keen to get down there and see what's down there. From here we don't have much to grab onto, so I best turn off the camera and get down safely. Oh, this will fall, absolutely. There's a coal cart here that's rusted completely.
Not the original mountain, this is rubble
Yeah.
from explosion.
Yeah.
Down through there to your right. Got some, I can't believe this one's worn away. That was all land out there. I could walk on there.
Out that way?
Yes.
Really?
This is what I'm saying. This was another cart.
Oh, okay.
And the ground has
Just
landslipped all the way through here. This all landslipped, so...
Yeah, I've just got to be careful how close I get. Just corrugated iron. So you think this is
Oh, it is one.
the coal cart here?
Yep.
Without an axle, or the axles are probably embedded into the dirt?
Got some more down here.
Yeah, it's a lot safer walking down here. I think we'll walk down this one.
So that was the size of them.
Yeah. And it's ended up down here. Get a picture of that.
It always trips me out, no matter how many times we've come here.
Yeah, just like you said, the landscape changes so much. There's a big concrete footing that's slid down. There's another one there. Look at the embankment, it's just eroded away all the way down. All this seas down here is just constant rain. got some bricks down here. I'm standing on more bricks here. Okay, so I'm standing on something here. Yeah, it's come from. Yeah, come from up the top.
Yeah, no, there was land here. And over on the other side, see how clear that is?
Yeah, I know.
That's sliding down.
So whatever was down there, it's just buried it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, buried it.
The ground's just crumbled. Just right there.
So this contraption here, duct, air conditioning duct or something, or chute, like you said, that's long after, or do you think that's from way back?
No.
Yeah.
I'd say after.
Yeah, it looks a little bit too new. But that thing down there, that's old. That might have been what was used with the cable that was up the top to wind it up. Looks like to be some sort of pulley system. Where? Yeah, no. Someone's text messaging me. Doesn't seem to be anything else down this way. Something there. Alright, got more wheels from a trolley cart. See if I can make it over there, so I can get below it. Actually, that might be one that's in better condition than most. As long as we've got branches to grab onto, we're okay. I know. What is this? This looks like air conditioning. Like the fan wheels. Or is it the trolley cart wheels? Nah, it's probably trolley cart wheels. It's probably turned over, so most of it's buried. Where does the rest of the way take you?
Oh, I wouldn't go any further down today.
Yeah.
We've still got some
Okay. Yeah, this one definitely is turned over. So this would have been in decent condition if it was still up the top there. Yeah. I think this is slid down from yeah, I think it's from the rain.
Yeah, there was more parts over there.
Over that way, yeah.
Where I told you the land had split.
Yeah.
They're gone now.
I can't see too much more down here, so.
Yeah, I wouldn't go.
Alright, I'll come up to where you were. Do you want to just come down a little bit further and pass me that camera? I'll get a picture of this. Just coming over towards that tree is over here and we'll be sweet. Whatever these things are, they're deteriorated to a point where I can't tell you what they are, and I think a lot of the old timers that knew what they were have probably just passed on. So I would not have a clue. If some of those old timers were still alive, whatever those four little knobs are, notches, they would be able to tell you straight away what it is. But I couldn't tell you. It's before my time. What do you think that was up there? Yeah, that's what I thought as well. Someone's built that. Bush stove.
brickwork and turned it into a little
Yeah.
chimney for themselves. And
It's a
a
nice,
nice little filtered bit here.
yeah, it's a nice open clearing on the bottom, but yeah, you're covered with the canopy of the trees. So look at that tree there, my goodness. It's like growing out of the ground, like it's probably blown over from the rain, sort of like fallen over, but yet it's still alive. We reckon it's dead. No, it's probably dead. You reckon that's dead, Lorraine?
Yeah, does look a bit dead.
Yeah.
Ah, the top,
I don't know if it's the green shoots are from that one or...
there's green at the top though.
There is, yeah. No, there's a couple of branches that are still...
Victims, lots of landslips by
Yeah,
the look of it.
yeah, sure has. Plenty of vines. This is where Tarzan would hang out. He can go from place to place from up here. Oh, there is just massive drops everywhere. Yeah, look here. Tell you one thing that there's not, bird life. Where we are under these trees, the canopy of trees, I've not seen any birds fly. I don't think there's anything here for them. Nothing here for them to eat. There's nothing down there. I'm hoping to see something off one of these embankments that's worth going down, but it doesn't look like there's anything down there. We are just below the pit pony stables that I walked around earlier in the day. We've managed to make our way up all these washed down embankments from the bottom there. We're now coming across, the rain's told me to keep my eyes open. Now we're going to see a lot of stuff left over from the miners. So we've got some sort of bucket here. Probably a feed bucket. What do you reckon, a feed bucket for the pit pony? A feed bucket for the pit pony stables? That's what I'm reckon. I'll put my money at that. That's what it was. Considering it's been washed down or thrown down from up there, I'd say that was a feed bucket for the ponies. There's another Tui's can, an old one. Tui's draft. Not a hell of a lot of rubbish around, which is good. Yell out if you find anything, yeah? What is there? A power board. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, it's probably for the telegraph wires. There was something similar. There's fuses. So it should go this way. Well, that's new cable, so this is not from back in the day. Yeah, I probably ran from up there because on the side of that building there was something similar. How cool is this, exploring and not knowing what you'll find? There's an old bottle down there. Should I take the risk to go down, or is it new? When we did Flint and Steel, we did find a lot of old beer bottles dating from the 50s and the 60s. That one looks kind of newish. I won't bother. Lorraine's just yelled out saying that she's found some sort of glass. Is it a bottle, Lorraine?
Glass bottle and it's
Intact. What colour?
Looks like green colour.
Where? I've got,
Purple.
is it? I'll come up and have a film it. But I'm getting, tell you what, I'm giving the leeches a nice feeding ground here. They are munching on me. This foot especially. Alright, show me this bottle. Oh, we've got a huge pipe protruding through.
Yeah. And this used to be a road.
This was a road. Jesus Christ, I didn't even see this.
Most of it's washed out, yeah.
Look at this.
Wasn't like this before.
This reminds me of up at Wellington Caves, stuff like this. Wow. It's just a sinkhole. A few bricks. Whereabouts was that bottle?
Just over that way. Yep, if you head through there, it's in the tree root.
In the tree root. Oh yeah, here we go. That is an old bottle. Mate, that would clean up nicely. Doesn't say anything on it though. We've got a tyre up the top there. Where can we put this? Somewhere where it'll stay. I want to put it somewhere, otherwise the embankment is just going to wash it away. I'll put it next to the tree there, like there. So if I come here again, I'll know where it is. Metal stake. Okay, so this was what I was filming from up there when I was beside the...
And they've been really worried about that whole area.
Yeah, I wouldn't...
Lighting, and now that you can see,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, 6 months ago there was a road here, and
Yeah.
now it's not. So
I'd be
they've
what?
got great concerns for that whole thing.
I'd be worried about the pit pony stables as well, because that's just on the edge, and every year it just gets more and more eroded. Finding the odd relic now, we're coming across more shoes. You can see the nails underneath that used to hold on the soles. I'd love to find some markings, but there's nothing in there. It's a very different shoe. You don't see many of those around today. There's that pipe. It looks like it's always meant to be in there. Where do you reckon water's coming from that pipe? Is it from the road? Yeah. Lorraine has just spotted a car in the distance, and she's telling me that she has been down there before. I don't know what... I know. I think I can get down here because there's plenty of rocks. If I put the camera in my left hand, my thongs will grip on these rocks, I'm hoping. And there's plenty of tree roots. What about this one? Oh, that one doesn't look safe. Alright, a little bit of underneath action. We've got a beer bottle here. Let's see if I can lift that up and see if there's a date underneath it. It's wedged in there pretty good. I'll do it on the way back up, otherwise I'll spend half an hour digging it up. Yeah. Wow, that's an old vehicle, whatever it is. I need my man Mavericks here. Is that a number plate? I don't know if that was a number plate. There's another beer bottle there. Maybe this car was full of beer bottles. That is one. Oh, here we got a green bottle here. Plenty of green bottles. So it's upside down, whatever it is. Is there a number on there? 72. It does say 72, so it could be 1972. The green matches the year, the decade. It was very popular in that decade. I can't believe the lights, the reflectors are still on here. And this one too, it's just got a bit of dirt. That'll probably clean up, it will. Look at the cheese cutter wheels on it. Definitely bring Mav to see this one. He might be, I don't think he'll be able to pick this one. I'm banking that's too early for him also. It's upside down. There's the motor. There's a couple here. Yeah, I'd say so. I can't see that being that big. So there's one here and there's another one down there. Okay, this one has a date, Lorraine. Do you want to, can you make your way down here, Lorraine? You know, like now, because we've got, yeah, because we've got beer bottles with dates on the bottom. 1954. We've got a steering wheel. Here we go, we've got a lot of relics down here. A really old steering wheel. This one's got nothing in it. We've got a grill over here. This might give us some idea what it was. Wouldn't it be great if we could find a badge? I don't know. I don't know what that's from. If we could find a badge here from one of them. There's a bonnet lid. There's the motor just there. Let me light it up and see. Something chrome there. Don't know what that is. Is that a door handle? Yeah, looks like a door handle. Doesn't work anymore. Starter motor. So that's a little bit of a newer car there, I'd say. I'm trying to head around. There's a seat, a back seat. Let's see if I can make my way around without cutting myself. Wheel. That wheel would probably give it away to some old timer. You'd probably be able to pick the car from that wheel. And there's another one exactly the same. I'm hoping to find a badge to give it away, but there's just nothing. Here we go, we've got something on here. What does it say? It says Lucas current voltage regulator. but still it doesn't give away what it is. You're still hiding your secret. Out of the car there. Sorry, Lorraine. There's the windscreen wiper. Doorknob there. Something red plasticky there, I don't know what that is. Yeah, I know, I pulled that out before. I was hoping to identify it from that. Here we go bumper, back tail light, I think. Oh, maybe I could have seen on the back there, might have something written. That's what it is. It's crushed. So this is the car front ways. So this is the bonnet here. That's the cabin. And that motor. It looks like someone's just dumped them. They might have been dumped. Yeah. Yeah, maybe a wreckers back in the day has dumped them and they've just washed down the embankment. I think if you dig a little bit more, you might be able to find what it is. You can still see some of the upholstery in there as well. There's a little bit of colour. Looks like it had a red seat. Still a little bit of colour left, but still I don't know what it was. I've searched for a badge. If we come back down here again, we'll have a good go looking through it with Mavericks. I'm sure he'll come up with something. Something under here. What's under here? Is that same thing as before? Just a bit of metal. Door trim. Did you find those bottles up there with the dates on the bottom? Oh, is there? Oh, okay. So there's some more up there. Oh, okay. So people have walked through here. We've got ribbons. Yeah, we've got markers on the trees. So whatever they've gone down there for, they've needed a way to find their way back up here again. You can see slide marks in the dirt here, so maybe it's not all that old. Here's another bottle, probably 72 on the bottom of it. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it would be a number plate. 74 on this one. So 1974 on that bottle. On the base of the bottle. So those two green bottles from the 70s, and those beer. Yeah, that's still. I can't believe those tail lights are still intact. Someone will be able to pick that car from those tail lights.
I have a feeling Mark's already identified this car.
Your hubby?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If you
He's
find.
a car guy.
Is he? Well, if you
Grew
find.
up on the racetrack.
If you find out what it is, make sure.
And he's a spare parts interpreter.
Oh, is he?
That's his job.
Well, he'll know it for sure.
That's why I knew the
Yeah.
If you can get a part,
Yeah.
that
That's,
he can identify from grills. But yeah, you got like muscle car people that think they're car people, and
yeah.
they are. There's
Yeah.
all different types. But he appreciates a look at
Every car. Yeah. Yeah.
everything with an engine.
I understand. What's this thing?
I thought I was a car person
Until you met him.
not to be one.
Here's the bottle here. I think I'll turn it upside down. This one said 1954.
Are you on camera?
Yeah.
Oh,
Let me see this. Oh, this one is 1956. So what do we got? 1954, 1956. This one doesn't have anything. This one might be from the 80s. Another one down there as well. There's that grill. Very interesting. Very interesting.
wow.
Bottles glass, you mean?
No, like window.
Window glass. Yeah, I still think this might be a number plate, but whatever it was, if it was a number plate, it's completely gone now. I know how it is, isn't it? There's another tyre up there. Come down.
But yeah, there's heaps of that's pretty amazing to still be
I know.
a piece of car.
Can't believe those lights are still intact, those reflectors. Someone would probably be building this car and needs those original reflectors. I feel like Steve Irwin now. I'm coming across animal dung here. Should I pick it up? Ooh, that's fresh. That's fresh. We've got some, what do you reckon, goat or deer? The smell? Okay, it's no smell at all, so it must have been sitting here for a while. Yeah. Alright, I think it's deer because it smelt very organic-y. We've got some fungus here, fungi, and we've got got a lot of leeches through here. Got to get out of there. Get out of here. Look, feast on there. Just doesn't want to get off. Alright, so there's nothing this way. There is some ribbons, but there will be, you reckon? Alright, well let's head back towards where you said. Yeah. Let's go back and see what's over there, but oh, we've got an old bottle, but this looks like a stubby. Ooh! Although the top is smaller than a stubby, I think. Let me light that up. See if anything will. It's just a number. I don't think it's a date. Alright, we've found Bottle Alley here. Turn this one upside down. 1961. Hopefully you can read that. There's a whole bunch here. It says the New South Wales Bottle Company on them, Lorraine, so I'm wondering who that was, if they're still around. Got some shoes here. Moss growing over them. There's a big L on it, maybe L for large. Possibly. Oh, that's an old bottle as well. That's from the 70s. Yeah, those they don't make those. I think it's 750. And they don't make them anymore. I used to drink Coke out of these. What is it? It is Deep Spring. I don't think Deep Spring has bottles that size anymore. Deep Spring. I suppose you can tell how old the bottle is, whether or not it's embossed or not. So this was the road, you say, the Miners Road?
No.
This.
Miners Road's a little bit further up and we're going to meet up with it.
Okay.
This was an access, I think the access road.
Okay. To the portals, yeah.
All the way down to the portals that we've come from.
Yeah.
Did
you
here we've got an entrance.
Did you see this glass bottle? It says 75 on the bottom, but I don't think that's a date. Is that a toy car? A toy truck? Huh? Someone would be looking for that. You reckon there would be a house up there? Yeah. Terracotta pipe there. Oh yeah. What shaft is it? Air shaft. More shoes. Okay, we've got different shoes here. This one's more of like a boot. Oh, look at that bottle.
Yeah, so I think around here maybe they had a laboratory, because that looks like a laboratory,
It does.
like chemical, and you've got
Oh yeah, like a test tube thing.
test tube thingy.
What does it say here? Can you read that?
Happy to
Something property. It does say the property of someone.
there we
England.
Go. England. So
Wow.
I think this was the
Wow.
alcohols. This
England, London.
London. And do we know what the beverage was?
Wow.
There is writing there.
That's
so we'll see
old.
if the camera brings it up.
That is old. London, England, embossed. Incredible. I've never seen a bottle like that before. Yeah, that's newer, isn't it? Because those vents are from the 70s. Yeah. Yeah. A sealed portal, you mean? Yeah, there's nothing over this way. You're with all the good stuff over there. Yeah, whatever. Okay, I'll come back down with you. You've got more bottles here. You could spend a day. 1966. What's this one? 19. Yeah. 1966 was one. This other one, I don't know what it says on it. You seen a 58? Yeah. Here we go. We've got another one of those bottles that's down there, but a smaller one. Not to be 59. Not to be refilled. That's what it says. They didn't recycle back then. Yeah, I remember that when I was a young kid, but I think these are long before when we were young kids. How come holes? There's a jar there. Did you see the jar?
Brilliant.
Pick that jar up.
There,
Yeah.
yeah.
See what's.
And see this cute little bottle?
Oh, I didn't even see that before. Wow. Stuff's still in it. Does it
I
sit? Oh, no.
don't know what it is.
Does it say anything on the bottom?
Can't. See if your camera picks it up and. Actually,
54?
It was that upside down.
Don't know.
Put it back that way to
84.
Nagley.
13th of the 7th, 1984.
Good, eh?
I think that's what it says. I could be wrong. And we've got an old can here, those push button ones that I was telling you about. That. So what does that say on there?
One of them over at Paulie's, wasn't it?
Solo? Looks like a Solo can.
Mountain Man.
Yeah. Solo. I think that is. It's old. And where's that jar? Nothing on the bottom, doesn't say property of anyone. Alright. Bottle Alley. We've got Car Alley down there. This takes you down to the portals. All these bottles have been washed down. That was a house that was up there, Lorraine was saying. Probably many more things buried under the dirt and vegetation, I'm sure. What have you found, Lorraine?
Knock, knock, knock. Hello.
She's found some stairs, so we're actually standing what used to be a building or a house. One or the other.
From my research in this area was apparently the manager's quarters.
Yeah.
But a little bit further along I found another site that could possibly be it as well.
Okay.
So I've got lots of brickwork here.
Yeah. So they would have had an absolutely magnificent view.
Without all that vines.
Yeah, without all those vines. I don't think there would have been any trees back in the day. I think they would have lopped everything to give themselves that view. Okay, the stairs.
Yeah, lots of bricks around.
Let me feel their spirits by walking up those stairs.
Yeah.
Did you take a picture of them?
Would it be okay if I came in? Do you mind? Don't hurt me. So you guys come home with me?
Yeah.
They do sometimes, actually. So get me in the car and I'm going to take it back.
How funny that the tree is growing exactly where you walk in the door. Hilarious. It's like someone doesn't want you coming in. Wow.
So when I come across that, I thought it was pretty
Very groovy. Very groovy indeed.
relic of Bachi hut going to the left.
Yeah.
More relic to the left. But just depends how far along you want to go and what the let us do today.
Here we go. We've got something here. Don't know. What do you think these were for? They're holding up some steel cables. Well, the steel cables is holding those
So
up.
this was the road, not the road we drove on.
This was the original road?
Yeah.
Okay.
This was the road. And the Bachi road was the road into town. The road we drove on to get here.
Look at that. It's like an old, yeah it is, it's an old electrical. So do you think this is still working? No. It's not. It leads somewhere. Those wires are going on to somewhere.
Oh, they do. So to the left, there's more road going back into town.
You've got an old bin here. These are the
Similar
bins.
to what we're walking on, probably a bit worse.
these are the bins that I grew up with. This is a 1970 school. Oh, yuck.
And to me, I'm feeling
Hmm.
spirits tell me
Yeah.
that all the way down here, to me, it all looks very landscaped.
Yeah.
Down
Gardens.
through the bush through here.
Yeah.
Looks like there was footpaths and another road going down through there.
Yeah.
That's a whole day explore to go just
All the way down there.
completely off and having a look around. And different seasons let you do different things. Like at the end of winter is good to come back.
Yeah.
And have a look because the stinging trees have died off a bit.
Yeah. That wire goes somewhere. I don't know where. But it comes from those old electrical cables and it just disappears into the bush there. It's just the one. So the one on the left there has got nothing. This one goes.
Possibly could be smoko for the or lunchtime for the miners as well.
Might be. I'm going to cruise up there a little bit
Oh
further
yeah, we've got to go through here
and see if we can find out where that cable
because
goes to.
see all this here? Not
The rain has guided me to where a couple of houses once used to
and from the
stand.
when you get here, the front landing door step into the house has been used a lot of time.
It's sloped away.
Yeah, look.
Yes, too.
But somewhere around here opens the door handle, literally. Look, no.
Which way were you heading in? That way? The way you're heading in now?
Oh yes.
So that way there.
Um.
Oh, you got a little bike up there.
Oh yeah.
That's plastic, so
Down.
that's...
It's a bit sad. I think this pile of rubble over here is probably like their
Got an anthill there.
is probably their stove or their chimney.
Over here.
Yeah, pile of stones.
Yeah.
But look at this house.
I know, worn away.
This quite a few times.
Yeah, people just walking
Come
in and out, in and out, in and out. You know why? Because, yeah, with their muddy boots, would have just scraped their boots on there.
We've got bricks all the way around here.
Yeah, there's nothing in there.
So I think this is a battery hut site.
Could be.
And that sort of levels off down through there as well. And it's just up off the road.
Yeah, it's not too far. There's a lot of debris.
And straight ahead, I think where those bins are, I think that's a mountain biker's.
Oh, is it? Okay.
But it was probably based on the original
Yeah.
route.
I'd say so. Yeah, someone's had a campfire, I'd say, here at one stage.
Maybe. I think it was another hut here too. There were a lot of very old
Yeah.
pots. It's an old.
Can you read that? On the bottom there. Got an old jar here.
Yeah. You've got like stuff all through
Yeah.
leveled off up there. The relic just keeps going back towards.
These are newer bottles. These aren't the old ones. A lot of stuff discarded up there as well. More bottles through here. This,
Look at this fruit.
yeah, no. This is very much like a flint and steel, where you're having to explore and finding artifacts.
And this is like,
Ceramic?
yeah,
Or pottery?
pottery.
Yeah, it looks like it's pottery.
So up in this area I found like chamber pots.
Yeah.
Um,
Don't know where that wire went.
oh no, there's more of it down that way. Just depends
Yeah, but I
on
can't
where
see it.
it's in.
I can't see. It wasn't all that high. I can't see it above us anyway.
Cute little bubble.
Yeah, little tiny one. Like a little spirits bottle. More corrugated iron up there. Hands.
All the way through here, I think, were the battery huts.
Yeah.
And the battery huts didn't blow up in the explosion.
Far enough away?
Yeah, so those factory huts were used for a long time after the explosion.
So when were they dismantled?
I'm not sure.
Okay. People that were living in him probably just passed by. There's a side of a pot. Sprite can. Love to find a mellow yellow can. You remember mellow yellow? Is there? Do you think it's just washed down or it's just... I think the ground has swallowed them up with all the rain. Very muddy through. Are we going through here? Alright, take a few pics and then... Alright, we've made our way back up to where we first started. There's the pit pony stables just there, the old bench seat. And this is the road that we came down, so we're going to call it a day from down here at the Mount Kembla mine disaster site, and we're going to head to... There's two cemeteries, the Mount Kembla cemetery where a couple of bodies are buried, but where the majority are buried is Windy Gully, so we're going to shoot up to Windy Gully Cemetery, and there's a monument up there, so we'll do a little bit of filming up there just to wrap a fantastic day up. So we're just making our way to the Windy Gully Cemetery up this road. I've allowed Lorraine to go in front because she's blowing an awful lot of dust on my vehicle, and it's dirty as it is. I don't need any more baked onto it. I remember this cemetery from when we came up with Mavericks and Jules, when we actually walked down to the Mount Kembla Colliery number 2. We actually did the walk down from the top here. Looks like Lorraine has pulled over. There it is. There's the cemetery right there. The Windy Gully Cemetery. Alright, let's go have a look and see what's in here.
Can't really get away with it now.
Yeah, on private property you can't. Alright, we're here at the Windy Gully Cemetery where a number of the miners and young boys that were killed in the explosion are buried. There should be a monument here as well. Could be that one right over there. We'll have a look, see what some of these dates go back to. I'd say the 1800s. A lot of them should say from England. They don't really give you very good access. It's not like there's a pathway to walk in. Where do we start, Lorraine? It's very muddy. I'm going to go up to that monument because I think that's it there, yeah? There's not a hell of a lot of people in here, but tell you what, there's some well-kept graves. Let's have a look at Richard Thomas. Beloved brother of Mary Jones. There he goes. Killed by the Kembla explosion. July 31st, 1902, age 26. Sleep on, beloved, sleep and take thy rest. Lay down thy head upon thy Saviour's breast. We love thee well, but Jesus loves thee best. Good night, good night, good night. Thy will be done. This one was from the explosion. From the explosion? From the explosion as well. Okay. So this might be like a whole family here, because on this side, in loving, I might be the same guy. Is that Robert? No, that's Richard. Okay. So in loving memory of Robert, beloved son of John F. and Mary Jones. No, different person. Killed by Kembla explosion, 31st of July 1902, age 21. On the resurrection morning, soul and body meet again. No more sorrow, no more weeping, no more pain. Forever with Lord. That's in good condition for something that's 120 years old. Another one. Must be all from the same family. Incredible. My dear husband, John Francis Jones, died at Mount Kembla Heights. This is completely different. 8th September 1912, aged 70 years. Green is the grave where the father is laid. Dear is the memory that never shall fade. Roses may wither, flowers may die. If others forget, you never shall I. Beautiful. Nothing on this side. Windy Gully verse. Lonely the wind sings, lonely the bird wings, through fold of hill, then all is still in the windy gully. Deep in the mountainside, 96 miners died. Loud were the cries, smoke filled the skies of Windy Gully. Closed now the old pit, sealed up the mouth of it, paid for the coal, exacted the toll in Windy Gully. Only the rains weep, only the hills keep, watch where men die, know where they lie, in Windy Gully, in Windy Gully. Wendy Richardson, 1972, erected by the Mount Kembla Centenary Committee and BHP Billiton Illawarra Coal to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the Mount Kembla mine disaster, July 2002. So we've arrived 20 years later from this being erected. The site was selected on 1st of August 1902 by Dr. James R.M. Robinson and Archibald Campbell MP under instructions from Ebenezer Vickery, Managing Director of Mount Kembla Coal and Oil Company, to bury the victims of the Mount Kembla mine disaster on the 31st of July 1902, officially dedicated as Windy Gully Cemetery. Nothing on that side, nothing on that side. Let's go have a look and see what others we've got here. See if there's any graves of 14-year-old boys. In loving memory of William, dearly beloved husband, Hannah Johnson, died 5th of August 1911, aged 57. Okay, so that's got nothing to do with the mine disaster. Over here. Jesus, ground's soggy. Mining heritage. At rest in the mountain, a respected victim of Mount Kembla mine disaster, 31st of July 1902. So it looks like these are victims that couldn't be identified. At rest in the mountain, a respected victim of the Mount Kembla mine disaster, 31st 1902. These are probably just body parts that they found and they couldn't identify these guys. 4 souls here, more up the back here. One of the victims, these ones have got names, Hugh McClister, 24, one of the 96 victims, James McClister. So we've got father and son or brothers, age 22, William McMurray, 47, Alexander Morrison, clipper, age 15, Henry Morrison, brothers, clipper, age 17, John Muir, miner, aged 18, Peter Muir, miner, aged 14, a lot of family members, William Nelson, under manager, aged 39, another victim, Alexander Jacob Nelson, clipper, aged 14, William John Price, aged 26. James McDill, miner, age 47. Thomas Kindred, age 69. At least he got to live a few years. Miner, age 21. Robert Jones. John Jeffrey, 42. Reynold Hume, aged 27. Thomas Howell, aged 27. William Hewlett, aged 21. Charles Church, 68. Alfred Hewlett, shiftman, aged 28. Oh, there's more down here. Wow, they just keep on going. So there wouldn't be any bodies here, I don't think. This is just commemorating Arthur Carter, 28. John Bryson, 53. Someone's taken this one off. I don't know why you would do that. Richard Bellis, age 62. John Atkin, 47. Henry Atkin, 23. So these ones aren't anything to do with the mine disaster. He died in 38. One over there, dear husband and father Tom Stacey, died 5th of March, my birthday, 47. Died 51, 68. So we've got more of these people that died. So that's another one in the disaster there.
Oh, I think all of them are different family members that have been buried.
Yeah, some have, but these ones
the-
here, these are just commemorating them. There's no bodies buried here, and there's a whole heap up the top as well.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, I don't think
They
there's any.
weren't actually buried?
I don't think so, no.
Oh.
I don't think so, I don't think.
Well, like I said, there was a...
They're very
open-
cool.
There was a...
Oh, yeah, body
But-
parts, yeah. Yeah, exactly, so. George, beloved son of George and Mary Russell, was killed in the Mount Kembla explosion. Wow, would have been a very sad thing. There would have been a very tight-knit community back in the day, I'd say. Elder and Sunday school superintendent who fell asleep 9th of September 1915. So this guy only died 13 years later to George Russell. And we've got a George Russell there. Must have been brothers or mother and son. I never thought his time so short in this world to remain, nor thought when from his home we win that he'd never return again. Went, never return again. Alright, that's a wrap. If you're ever going to do the mine disaster site, make sure you pop into Windy Gully Cemetery and pay your respects to these people that went to work one day for next to nothing and ended up being killed. And on that somber note, we'll wrap this up until we meet again. Adios.